Hello students, myself Mrs. Felina Gonsalves, teacher of Shet Vidya Mandir, English High School, Maharashtra Board, Vasai. Today we are going to learn chapter 1 of science for standard 7th. The topic is the living world, adaptation and classification. As shown in the picture, there is a great variety of plants on the earth. Some plants have colorful flowers known as flowering plants, while some does not have any flowers known as non-flowering plants. Some plants grow in water, whereas some are to be found in desert, which have a scarcity of water. Some plants are found only in snowy region. Some plants cannot be seen without a microscope, whereas some are huge in size. Like plants, animals too show diversity. As shown in the picture, there are unicellular animal and multicellular animal. Unicellular means single cell organism and multicellular means multiple cell. Even there are vertebrate animal and invertebrate animal. Vertebrate are animals that have a backbone or spinal column, whereas invertebrate animals that neither possess nor develop a vertebral column. This world is full of varieties of animals. There are aquatic animals that live in water and depends on it for survival. We can even see terrestrial animals that live on land. Amphibian animals live both on water and land. Reptilian animals have special skin made of cells. They include crocodile, snake and lizard. Aerial animals that can fly. What is adaptation? Gradual changes occurs in the body parts and also in the behavior of organisms, which help them to adjust to the surrounding. Such changes are called adaptation. It means the process which enable organism to adjust to the environment in order to assure survival. It is a body part or a way to act to stay alive. Now let us know about adaptation in plants in detail, under which our first topic is adaptation in aquatic plant. Observe the first picture. We will notice that aquatic plants are firmly means deeply rooted in the soil at the bottom of the water bodies. Their stems are submerged means below the surface of water, while the leaves and flowers float on the surface. However, some plants are entirely afloat. Their roots are not anchored in the soil. The surface of leaves and stems of many aquatic plants are covered with a waxy layer, as shown in the second picture. Leaves of some aquatic plants are thin and slender like a ribbon. This shape helps them to withstand fast current of water. Air spaces in stem and petioles of aquatic plants are useful for floating in water, as shown in the third picture. Now let's know about adaptation in desert plant. Desert plants are leafless, means no leaf, or their leaves are like small needles as thorns, and because of this they lose little water as compared to other plants by evaporation. As shown in the picture, the stem looks fleshy as water and food is stored. The stems are green as they perform photosynthesis in the absence of leaves. Their root penetrate will go into deep soil, and some roots spread away into the soil in search of water. There is a thick layer of waxy substance on the stem of these plants. Now let's know about adaptation in plants of snowy region. Plants of snowy region mainly include conifer. Conifer means woodly plant like deodar and pine. These trees are conical in shape. Conical means shape of a cone. In the heavy snowfall and extreme cold in this region, the conical shape prevents the snow from accumulating on the tree, and the thick bark helps the tree to withstand the cold. Now let's know about adaptation in plants of forest region. We can find varieties of plants in forest region like trees, shrubs and herbs. These plants complete them among themselves. Complete means they grow by themselves with the help of sunlight. Hence, trees grow tall to get sunlight, and climbers and vine grow to a great height with the support of trees. Now let's know about adaptation in grassland plant. There are different types of bushes and grasses found in grassland. Fibrous root of grasses prevent soil erosion. Forests in equatorial region are dense. Animals like tiger, elephant and deer can remain hidden in these grasses. However, grasses in cold region are very short. Animals like the rabbit are found in such grasses. Vast meadow means a piece of grassland, are found in hilly area as well as on plain. Now let's know about adaptation for ingestion of food in plants. Most of the plants are autotrophic, while some are parasitic. Parasitic means the plants which only take without giving anything in return. Like dodder, it has no leaves and cannot perform photosynthesis. However, it is hostorial. Hostorial means root-like that grow to absorb water for absorbing nutrient from the host plant. Fungi do not have chlorophyll and cannot perform photosynthesis. They obtain food from starchy foodstuff like bhakri and bread. They have root-like fibers for absorption of food. Plants need nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium for growth. Plants that grow in soil which is deficient in nitrogen like Drosera, Venus flytrap, pitcher plant, etc. fulfill their need for nitrogen by consuming insect. They are known as insectivorous plants. Adaptation are seen in these plants which serve to attack insect and hold them captive. Now let us know about adaptation in animals, under which our first point is adaptation in aquatic animal. If you compare aquatic animal with other terrestrial animal, you will notice that the skin and body shape of aquatic animal appears to have undergone changes. Fishes have scales on the skin and fins on the body. Their body taper towards both its ends. Fish breathe with gills instead of a nose. Their eyes have transparent eyelid. They have air bladder. Bladder is a gas filled with organ that help the fish to stay in water without wasting any energy. It helps the fish to stay in the water and to float. Adaptation in amphibian. Amphibian animals are animals which can live both on land and water. Frog is an amphibian animal because it can live in water as well as on land. it can breathe in water with the help of skin, and when on land, it breathes with nose and lungs. Duck is a bird. It cannot take oxygen dissolved in water. It breathes only with the help of lungs. Duck is not an amphibian but is amphibious animal. Amphibious means it is suitable for living in land and water, but it is not an amphibian animal. Tortoise is a reptile that cannot breathe in water. It put its nose out of water to get some air. Though it stay in water, but it cannot breathe in water. Hence, even tortoise is not an amphibian, but it is an amphibious animal. Adaptation in frog. Frog has webbed toes. Webbed toes means have a piece of skin between the toes. It has a powerful hind leg, slippery and smooth skin, rectangular head which helps the frog to swim easily in the water. Double growth of breathing. Camouflage color of the back that helps it to hide in grasses. Now let's know about adaptation of forest and grassland plant, under which we are going to learn the difference between carnivorous animal and herbivorous animal. Carnivorous animal like wild dog, fox, tiger and lion have strong legs to run fast and capture their prey, whereas herbivorous animal have long tapering legs with strong hooves. Hooves are the hard part on the bottom of feet. Next point, gait. Gait are the manner of walking. Carnivorous animals are silent walker during capturing the prey, whereas herbivorous animals run very fast. The eyes of carnivorous animal are in the front of head, keen eyesight to spot the prey from a long distance, whereas the eyes of herbivorous animal are below the forehead on either side of the head. The teeth of carnivorous animal are pointed canines. Canines are related to dog, whereas the teeth of herbivorous animal are strong molars. Molars are the large flat teeth. The ears of carnivorous animal are small, whereas the ears of herbivorous animal are long and it can move freely. Example of carnivorous animal are wild dog, fox, tiger and lion. Herbivorous, deer and cattle. Now let us learn about adaptation in desert animal. Desert is a place where there is scarcity of water. Only animals like camel are seen because camel have thick skin to prevent loss of water from the body. Their legs are long with flat and cushioned sole. The nostrils are protected by folds of skin. The eyelashes are long and thick. There are also rats, snakes, spider, lizard in desert. They live in deep burrows during the day, but at night they become active. Adaptation in animal of snowy region. Observe the picture. They have white or silver body color, long thick hair on skin. They animals are seen in snowy region. For example, yak, polar bear, white fox. Adaptation in aerial animal. Adaptation in bird. The spindle-shaped body of bird also minimize the resistance of air while flying. With hollow bone, a body covering of feathers and modification of four-legs into wings, their body is light in weight and adapted for flying. Adaptation in insect. The body of insect also is light in weight and taper at both ends. They can fly with 2 pairs of wings and can also walk with the help of 6 stick legs. Adaptation in bat. Bat can fly with the help of pterygium. Pterygium are folded of skin between the lips. Now let's know about adaptation in reptiles. Snake can creep with the help of scales on their skin. But some reptiles uses their muscle for creeping. That means skin and soles of feet are specially modified for creeping. The body of the reptile show camouflage. That means they can hide between the surrounding. Adaptation for food in animals. Adaptation for food in animals is classified according to the food they eat. Some animals eat plants while some eat other animals. Their teeth and other body parts are adapted to the kind of food they eat, as shown in the picture. Adaptation for blending with the surrounding. We cannot easily spot colorful butterfly, lizard and grasshopper as shown in the picture. They get camouflage among grasses, part of plant like stem, leaves, flowers, etc. That is because the color blend with those of their surrounding. Changes that take place in the various organ and life process of organism that enable them to live, feed, reproduce and protect themselves from their enemy in specific surrounding depending upon the habitat and its geographical condition are called adaptation. Now let's know about a great scientist Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin, a biologist, studied types of plants and animals and suggested that only those organisms are likely to survive which can best adapt themselves to a changing environment. This is called the theory of survival of the fittest. This is Darwin's first principle. If an organism is born with a new beneficial characteristic and is able to survive, this change is preserved in the next generation. This is Darwin's second principle and is called the theory of natural selection. Classification of living organisms. It is difficult to study and remember all the organisms in this diverse living world. So classification helps in this respect. Different scientists have used different criteria and independently classified plants and animals. The hierarchy is a system where members are organized, is formed in the classification that start with kingdom Anemia. Anemia are the basic group of living things. And kingdom Platy. Platy is a group that includes land plant and green algae. Further groups and subgroups are formed. And this is known as hierarchy of classification. Binomial nomenclature by Carl Linnaeus. Imagine that there are 4 students with same name in your class. If you are talking about any one of them, how would you ensure that others know which one of them you are talking about? There will be a great confusion. We would tell the full name, that is the first name and the last name. This is similar to binomial nomenclature. Binomial nomenclature is used to identify each organism. Accordingly, a scientist's name has been assigned to each organism. It consists of 2 parts. The first part is genus and the second is species All identified organism has been assigned and binomial name as per the guidance of International Code of Nomenclature. All the organisms or species are so similar that irrespective of differences in color, height, habitat and habits, they can reproduce among themselves and form new individuals like themselves. For example, all domestic cats in the world belong to the same species. The same is true in the case of animals like hen, cow, dog, etc. and plants like mango, wheat, mice, etc. 29 April is observed as World Frog Protection Day because killing or harming frog is prohibited by the Wildlife Protection Act. Copy the following assignment. Thank you for watching the video.